welcome back to Discovering Dataflex. Last time we were working on the Argus project, we actually created this global function that can help us in finding the file structure that we want to use when saving files to our system. And today we're going to use that when we go in and actually save our resources. So we are getting rid of the unit test. We want to switch back to our Argus system. Let's remove some of that. And back into our resource zoom. Because in here, let's run the application so we can see. We have this document and we click edit and it should figure out that it's a form upload, and then we should be able to upload a file. And then when that file is uploaded, we can override it by uploading a new file. We should be able to change the name of the resource to create a new version. And we would like to be able to click on it and get a download prompt that shows the file. So we can save it to disk or wherever we want to use it. First of all, let's see what this error is. It's complaining about the PS value. So if we debug this one and go back to somewhere on element, click, pop up the dialog, it doesn't like the PS value here, and that's because it's not using PS value in a web file form. We have the file form, which is a file upload, and this one is having the properties of PS file name. And that is the property we want to use here. So if we go back in here, PS file name, and find down here, we want to use the PS file name as well. So that is the name of the file that we want to save. That's going to prevent us from getting the errors. So now if we rerun this, we can see that we have no file, but the document is a mandatory or a part of the template. So we should probably upload some documents here. Now, if we have a file, we come over here. What do we want to do when we select a file? It's up here, and we go all the way up here. Here we are. This is the code that takes and moves the file to the uploads as file name. And here we want to start by getting the data path. So before we even start uploading anything, we want to check if file exists. S-path uploads. B exists. So we want a Boolean. B exists. And if not B exists, then make directory B exists. So there we have the uploads directory at least. I'd rather have those in lowercase. Not that it does matter in Windows, but let's just do it that way. I think the folder name actually is in lowercase as well here, yeah. So we want to keep it that way. And now we would like to get the file name. That's what we have. And we would like the ID of the attribute that we are saving. So let's get the global function we created. Back in here, ID to, can we do it like this? No. It's not here because we're actually not using the global function. So let's make sure that we use global functions, and then we can go back here and see if we have yes. And now we would like the ID, which is the attribute yeah, integer IID. So get field current value of ref class attribute dd ref class attribute ref table attribute dot ID to IID, and then we do that and return that to our spath. That should work. Do we need an extra parenthesis around this? Yeah, okay. So now we want to check again if file backslash is folder, because we don't want to overwrite the actual path here. So is path backslash folder. Oh yeah, maybe we want, we actually did this a bit wrong because we only want the folder ID. So the string we want returned here is actually just the ID of the folder. This is going to wreck our unit test, but we can fix that later. So here we check if the folder exists. And if the folder exists, and we've made it, we can actually move that plus this and our IID to our final spath or let's call it is full path. And then just return the full path to where we want to save this file. So let's see if that works. Illegal? Are we doing something illegal? Illegal code variable or expression message get. This a place where we're going to do it like that instead. Obviously, no parentheses here. So let's run this and see what happens if we try to edit, select the file, and select our test upload file. We got an error. Invalid symbol in expression C. Yeah. Need to convert that to a string. The rest of them are strings. So let's reload this. Edit, select this one, upload. Now it's uploaded. Okay, now the file is here. And now to the real question. How has it saved it? There's a folder, 0, and a file, 49, and it has the content from our test file. So now we have a script where you can add a file to resource so that it's linked to it. And next week, we're going to add the functionality to get that file back out again so that you can read it. And even though it's on the same machine, it's stored in a structured way so you can download it and read it. So that's what you have to look forward to until next week. And I say bye for now.